team. Now, the idea behind this particular discourse is the fact that there's a lot. The real estate industry is growing. The real estate industry is getting larger. And if we're going to get more results, then we would have to increase our efforts. And what I mean by increasing our efforts, I don't mean that you have to do much more than you're already doing, but that you can have a network of like-minded persons to work with you towards achieving a set goal. And by that, you can achieve more when you are working as a team. And I would like to borrow a statement from the scripture that says that one shall chase what? In every sense, one shall chase 1,000 and two shall do what? You notice he didn't say two shall chase 2,000. It says two shall chase 10,000. That is the multiplier effect of teamwork. Are we together? So the fact that, for instance, as a real estate agent, you are entitled to a 10% commission that the company gives when you bring a client. But do you know that if you have a team of, let's say, 3 other persons working with you, it's possible at the end of the day you get to share that commission, but more deals are going to come because of that team. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Yeah. So this is the idea. This is the reason why we are considering building an effective sales team as a realtor. So I want us to capture today's reality in the real estate industry. Can we read this together? Can you see it? It says the Nigerian real estate industry, don't worry, let me just read from, has become increasingly competitive. Now, this is one of the realities about the real estate industry, that it has become increasingly competitive. Many of us here are realtors, and you can submit to the fact that you are not the only realtor in Enugu. Am I correct? There are many realtors selling the same products, offering the same service. So the competition in the real estate industry is increasing by the day. So this is one of today's reality. So there are new estates, housing developments, property investment opportunities. Things are springing up. Now, how do you fit in? How do you flow with the new reality? How do you stand out? That is why we are considering this subject. How do you take advantage or have an edge over other competitors in the market? So there's a concept called competitive advantage, where you have acknowledged your competition in the industry and you are making efforts at standing out. Now, it says here that the most successful real estate companies do not merely sell properties. They build teams capable of attracting prospects, nurturing relationships, overcoming objections, closing transactions, and creating long-term customer loyalty. Now, what he's saying is that one thing that constitutes a competitive advantage for a company or a real estate agency, because some of us here, you might end up starting up a marketing agency, right? Where you employ people for the sole purpose of marketing real estate. Are we together? Now, how do you stand out? So he's saying that they work towards building teams. So if you are going to stand out in the midst of competition, team building is very key. So for the purpose of this lecture, we are seeking to achieve 2 things to help us understand the principles of effective team building, the principles of building a team. Number 2 is to help teams create a productive sales culture. Now, you must understand that every team thrives by the culture that they imbibe. So we are going to see all this in details as we proceed. Now, we want to begin with sales team building. How do you build a sales team? How do you do that? So we want to start by defining what a sales team is. What is a sales team? It says here that a sales team is a group of individuals responsible for generating revenue through customer acquisition, relationship management, and sales conversion. Now, these three factors, I wish I have my slides with the animations, you would have seen how it is. But let's just proceed. So this is what a sales team is, right? It is a group of people whose objective is to increase sales revenue. And they do that through customer acquisition. What do I mean by customer acquisition? All their efforts towards, generating new buyers for their products. Customer acquisition. Are we together? Remember, I think there's a class that the MD took when he spoke about sales funnel. How many of you remember? The customer acquisition, then relationship management speaks of how you manage your clients and their respective accounts, and here sales conversion, where the leads generated here, they eventually become paying customers. So all this, so a sales team seeks to achieve this. And for a real estate company or a real estate agency, a sales team is generally made up of this. You have the sales manager, you have the team lead of the sales team, and you have the realtors, you have the business development officers, customer relationship officers, and digital marketing officers. This is what makes up a sales and marketing team. All right. So, coming optimally. Then there is collaboration. Collaboration, this speaks of every member of the team supporting one another. All right. There must be collaboration. And then customer-centered approach. Every team member must understand that customers remain the focus of every activity. Customer acquisition and customer retention, and then customer loyalty. These three things must be what they are working at. Then continuous improvement. Are we together? We're talking about characteristics of high-performing sales teams. There must be continuous improvement. This implies that every team member must be open to growth. Every team member must be open to learning. So the people you are calling to be part of your team, you need to tell them that you'll be going for trainings together, you'll be attending seminars together, you'll be reading books together. The idea is to increase your knowledge base. Are we together? Now, functions of a real estate sales team. What are the things that are expected of a team, a sales team? Number one is they are expected to generate leads. I wouldn't dwell much here because I believe that we know what leads generation is all about. Are we together? Are we here? Leads generation. This speaks about, identifying and attracting those that may be interested in what you are selling. And in generating leads, you can do that through social media. Your posts on social media, on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you can generate leads from there. You can also generate leads in property exhibitions. If there's a place where real estate companies, and real estate stakeholders come together to showcase their properties, in such an event, you'll find people that are interested in real estate, and you can generate leads through that. You can also generate leads through referrals, okay? Your existing clients can refer potential buyers to you. So all these things are parts of generating leads, and a sales team should be able and capable of what? Generating leads. Are we together? The second thing is that a sales team should be able to market properties. They should be able to promote their properties. They should be able to create awareness, right? So it's part of it. The third one is to conduct site inspections. So your team, you can create a team and allot these roles to different persons to carry out in a team. Do you understand what I just said? You can create a sales team for yourself and allot these roles and say, okay, this is what you are in charge of, all right? Or this is what we are in charge of, and split these roles among your team members. At the end of the day, it is to achieve increased sales revenue and customer retention. Are we together? All right, so let's go straight to, are we here? Let's go straight to team building. Team building. It says here that team building is the process of creating, developing, and strengthening relationships among team members to improve communication, collaboration, trust, productivity, and overall performance. Are we here? So it's about creating and developing and strengthening relationships among team members. So here the idea is that a team has been formed, okay, but now we want to build it. We want to strengthen the relationship that exists among these people that are coming together to achieve this common goal. So that's the idea. So for in team building, there are certain key elements that must be there, that must be in place. Number one is a shared vision. Every member of the team must have that shared vision. They must understand and work towards the same goals. I've said that before. Number two is that there must be clear roles and responsibilities. Clear roles and responsibilities. I showed us these functions of a real estate team. These are different roles that can be taken up by members of the team, right? So there must be clear roles and responsibilities. So among your team, you can look for somebody who is very skilled with video editing, and that person handles your digital marketing efforts. He handles that. So there must be clear roles and responsibilities so that everybody can be held accountable at the end of the day. Then effective communication must exist in a team. If you want to build a strong sales team, there must be what? Effective communication. So information flows freely and accurately. So in other words, in a team, if you are building a strong sales team, there must be free flow of information. You can't claim that you are trying to build a team and you are holding vital information that will help your team members achieve the set objective. And like I said, there is no competition in building a team. There is something that will make for the betterment of the team, or that will make them achieve their goals, and you are keeping it to yourself. You are not helping the team. So in building an effective team, there must be free flow of information, and not just anyhow information, but accurate information. Are we together? Trust and respect is another key element of team building. Trust and respect. Team members must value and support one another. There must be trust in a team. There must be mutual respect in a team. Then collaboration. Collaboration just speaks of people working together harmoniously. And it says here that people work together rather than in isolation. Okay, let me push this up for those at the back. All right. So when collaboration, we are saying that people work better when they work together and support each other than when they work in isolation. So the idea of belonging to a team is that you are not trying to outshine the next person. Are we here? You are not trying to outshine the other person. You understand that every member of that team has their unique skills, have their unique experiences, and you are coming together to pool your resources, your experiences, your skills, and everything together to achieve a set goal. So there is collaboration. And then another key element in team building is accountability. And this is why there must be clear roles and responsibilities for the sake of what? Accountability. It says each member takes responsibility for their actions and results. So if I give you a task, a clear task to accomplish, you are accountable for the outcome of that task. So anybody that chooses to belong to a team should understand that accountability is key. You should take responsibility for your decisions and for the outcome or results. If you have questions, you can just pen them down. We go to the next session, which is developing high performance sales culture. Now, this is still part of team building. And I did say that what makes a particular team different from another team, one of it is the culture. Who can tell me what a particular people or society, that's what the culture is, right? So sales culture, which is just a combination of the word sales and culture, right? Sales culture now says it refers to shared attitudes, values, and behaviors that promote sales excellence. Sales culture refers to shared attitudes, values, and behaviors that promote sales excellence. Now, I want us to note one key word here is the fact that these are shared attitudes. Remember where we started from? A team, they must have something in common before they can be called a team, right? So sales culture says there are shared attitudes, values, and these things are the things that shape their behavior. How people act are a function of the values they uphold in their minds. They are a function of the belief system that they uphold in their minds. So the idea in sales culture is to promote sales excellence. And what do we mean by sales excellence? Is that consistent effort towards exceeding your targets, your sales targets. You have targets like to generate a particular amount of sales revenue, and that consistency in exceeding that target is what makes for sales excellence. So if you say, okay, from now till December, I want to sell property worth 150 million so that I can be eligible for one of the car prizes, for instance, or 300 million. And you form a team. Are we together? Now, remember, 300 million is the target. And when you put in your efforts, your team puts in the efforts, and you exceed that target, you have not just met a target, you have actually achieved sales excellence beyond expectation. Are we together? Beyond expectation, beyond targets. That is sales excellence. So sales culture, imbibing or cultivating high performance sales culture, is so that we can achieve this. Then it says here that a realtor or salesperson demonstrates sales excellence when he or she does the following things. Are we together? You demonstrate sales excellence when you do this. Number one, when you understand every property that you are marketing. Understanding of the property you are marketing. Who can tell me the difference between knowledge and understanding? The difference. Knowing, understanding is interpretation. That's part of it. But basically, understanding, are we together? Simply means knowing something deeper. Simply means having an in-depth knowledge about something, such that when you are asked about that thing, you can go beyond the surface to explain to somebody how that thing works. And one good thing about understanding is that it helps you to replicate results. Are we here? So that results doesn't appear luck. You just, did achieve something or achieved 150 million targets, sales targets, and you cannot replicate it in the next quarter or in the next year. That is not, it means you don't understand how you got that result. So understanding gives you an in-depth knowledge such that you know how things work. So you must understand every property being marketed. That means that you must have an in-depth knowledge of the property. And of course, previous lectures, have dealt with that. Okay? Previous lectures have dealt with that. Of course, you cannot understand your property that you are marketing without, proper inspection of the site. So I don't want to go into that. Then number two is to achieve sales excellence or demonstrate excellence, you must be able to respond promptly to inquiries. So your sales team should be able to respond promptly to customer inquiries. And then the third one is to follow up prospects consistently. If you want to achieve excellence, follow up your prospects consistently. There's a session where the facilitator was saying that there should be the gap in your follow-up should not be too much. Is that correct? That means there should be consistency in your follow-up. Then you must maintain professional conduct. Maintain professional conduct. And what we mean by maintain professional conduct is that, we speak about, this speaks about your manner of speech, your manner of dressing, and all of that. You must, address your prospects politely and cautiously and with respect. Then the fourth one or the fifth one is achieve sales targets regularly. See that? And build strong customer relationship. Remember, the idea of building a team is not for us to just make one-off sales. There are two concepts in sales. All right. Now, there are two concepts in sales. We have a one-off sales and consistent sales. So it's not just about selling, but building strong customer relationship. Let me just rush this. Now, speaking about shared values, and I'm going to round up with this, shared values. Like I said, when I was defining a sales team and the sales culture, I said there must be shared values. What are the values we need to share as team members for us to achieve sales excellence? Number one is integrity. Who can tell us integrity is? Honesty, right? Now, integrity is the foundation of sustainable sales. So sales professionals should be honest about property features and limitations. Avoid making false promises. Don't tell your prospects that if you pay now, you'll get your document in 2 days. That's a lie. Is that correct? Now, don't make false promises. Present authentic title documents. A property that does not have COO, don't tell them it has COO. Be true to what you are saying. Then maintain transparency throughout the sales process. Then customer centricity. This is another value that the team must uphold. They must be customer focused. Focus on the customer's needs. Focus on the customer's pain. On some people, they really want to buy, but they've experienced heartbreaks before. They've experienced, bad customer experience. And you should be able to focus on that, leverage on their fears and sell to them. Tell them that you have something better that will provide solution to their needs and settle their fears. Customer centricity. Then accountability. A team must hold. We talked about accountability before. If you are part of a team, you should be able to report your activities accurately to your team lead. And you must be able to learn from your mistakes and own your results, whether they are good or bad. Then excellence and professionalism. This piece of your dressing, your communication, and how you carry yourself and sell your property. Then we have teamwork and collaboration. Teamwork and collaboration. Shared value. Sales excellence is rarely achieved in isolation. Say that. So team members should share knowledge, support one another, celebrate collective success, and work towards a common goal. Like I said, you are not trying to outshine the other person. You are trying to achieve what? A common goal. Then the other one is discipline and consistency. So if you want to belong to a sales team, you must be somebody who appreciates discipline and consistency. Should show up today and the next time we are seeing you is in 2 weeks time. There should be consistency in your marketing efforts. Then continuous learning. So this one of the values, you must be someone who is given to attending training sessions like we are having now. Learn new sales techniques, study market trends, and improve product knowledge. Some people, they are too complacent. If you have a complacent person in your team, you will not go far as a team. So you must be willing to put in the work in boosting your knowledge. Resilience and persistence. Remember, in real estate marketing, it takes resilience to achieve your objective. That means that the fact that somebody does not buy now does not mean they will not buy later. So you have to pick up and continue. And lastly, results. One of the values to uphold is that you must be result oriented, achieving targets, closing sales, right? Growing revenue, expanding the customer base. So that will be all for now. Thank you very much.